Good evening, guys.
Good evening, sir.
Anyone gone through the factorization method yesterday after the class? Any few numericals up by your own?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Meanwhile, before they are changing the host, anyone can explain like what are the steps you have to take? What is meant by factorization method? We are splitting the equation into a multiple of two equations. Correct? The product of the two equations is the given quotient. So by equating the linear equations, we will get the values of the x. So how to split? The main logic behind this is we are splitting the middle term into two terms. What is the condition you have to take to split the middle term? Anyone? Amrita or Vaishnavi or Harita, Pooja, anyone? Durlabh, Sanyu, can you give the condition for splitting the
Yes,
middle
sir.
term? The condition you have to consider. Watch.
Sir, we have to split the middle term into two terms in such a way that the products of the two terms should be the product of the first and the last term, and the sum should be the middle term, sir.
Summation will be
Middle term.
the middle term. Yeah, that is a two steps. That is a single step. Mostly, I can say you have to follow. Now, I'm giving a few questions from the textbook. We'll solve the textbook problems. After that, we'll go for some other extra numericals. Yeah. So I will explain again exactly what is the meaning of splitting the middle term. If you people are not clear, please open up, guys, and ask me. I'm ready to explain. Don't hesitate to ask the doubts, please. This is a very important method to understand in many applications. This is one of the easiest way to understand the solutions of the given quadratic equation. Mostly it will be useful in physics and some part of the maths, not only in algebra, other places of algebra also we are going to use. So first check whether it is in standard form or not. First question I am taking, yes, it is in the standard form. X square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. This is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I have to split the middle term. First term is x square and second term is, or instead of saying second term, I am saying it is middle term. Middle term is minus 3x and last term is minus 10. So my product should be minus 10x square, that is product of first and last. Sum should be this one. The product should be product of first and last. So the sum should be minus 3x. So what combination will use this minus 5x comma 3x, sorry, 2x plus 2x? See, whenever the product is negative, compulsory one part must be negative, another part must be positive. So which is bigger one is negative means the sum is negative. The bigger one is positive means the sum is positive, but the product is negative. If the product is positive, there are two possibilities, both are positive or both are negative. That is depends upon the sum sign. So that we can understand slowly and arithmetically when you are doing the numericals. There are so many possible conditions here. I can split the middle term in such a way, in so many ways, minus x minus 2x, minus 2x and minus x, 4x and minus x, 5x and minus 2x, but there will be only one particular combination I got, which is satisfying my condition. If I am using remaining condition, I can't factorize. The other thing is I can't factorize. The thing will happen. You can't factorize if you can't factorize, it is not possible to solve the question. So x square minus 3x I am writing as minus 5x plus 2x, because if I am summing, I am getting the given question only. I am not changing the question. I am remodifying the question into 4 terms. Now I am grouping the terms. This is my first group. This is my second group. I'm taking the x common from the first group, this is x minus 5. I'm taking 2 common from the second group, x minus 5 is equal to 0. And if I'm taking x minus 5 common, I will get x plus 2 is equal to 0. So which rule I'm using to get the values of x? By using the zero product rule. This statement is true for x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So the x values are the solutions of the given quadratic equation is x is equal to 5 comma minus 2. This is my answer. For verification, these values, if you substitute in the given question, your LHS will become RHS. Guys, is it clear what is meant by the factorization method? Another name in some books they will call as splitting the middle term. This method generally we will call as the splitting the middle term. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall I go for the next some other question?
Yes, sir.
Second
Yes,
question.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is going to explain the second question? Who will explain the second question? Guys, who will explain the second question? Aditi, Amrita, anyone? My first term is 2x square.
Sir,
E-
I will, sir.
Sorry?
Yes, sir. Sir, I will see, sir, the solution for second question.
Yeah, please.
Yes,
What is
sir. So, sir, 2x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 equal to 0, sir. Product is 12, sir.
minus
12.
And sum should be x.
X.
Correct? So what is the possible split ups? I can say minus 4x, sorry, plus 4x comma minus 3x.
Yes, sir.
So if I am multiplying 4x and minus 3x, the product is minus 12x square. If I am adding 4x and minus 3x, the sum is x. So which is satisfying my condition to split the terms. So 2x square plus 6 minus x can be written as 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0 can be written as 2x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. If I am factorizing, that means if I am taking this is a group 1 and this is a group 2. If I am taking 2x common from the group 1, x plus 2. If I am taking minus 3 common from the group 1, I will get x plus 2. You have to take the common in such a way, both the groups will get one more common term. So x plus 2 into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So from here, x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3 by 2. So this is the solutions. You know how I got x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3 by 2. So this calculation no need to show. Directly you can include x can be divided as 4x minus 3x, and in place of x you are writing this statement and you are splitting 3 terms to 4 terms, 2 terms as one group, another 2 terms as another group, and you are doing the factorization. If you want to show a little bit more elaborative explanation, if you are not happy with this kind, from the zero product rule, x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2, 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, 2x is equal to 3, and x is equal to 3 by 2. The solutions of x, the solutions of the given quadratic equation are minus 2 comma 3 by 2. This is how we can explain this one. Minus 3 by 2, minus 2 comma 3 by 2. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Guys, clear? Shall I go for the next question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do the third question. Who is going to explain the third question? Who will explain? Vaishnavi, can you?
Yes, sir, I will try, sir. Sir, the sum should be 7x and product should be 10x square, sir.
Sum should be 7x plus 7x. Product should be
10x
Root 2x square into 5 root 2, this is 10x square. So what is the split up? Splitting is 5x comma 2x. Look into this. What is the sum of 5x and 2x?
7x sir.
Plus 7x. What is the product of plus 5x and plus 2x?
10x square.
So I can split the middle term into 5x comma 2x. So
Yes, sir.
the third question can be rewrite as root 2x square. You can take 5x first or 2x first. It's your wish. 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. This is my group 1. This is my group 2. So if I am taking x common from the group 1, root 2x plus 5. If I am taking 2 common from the, I can't take 2, but I can take root 2x. So only root 2 I can take common, then I will get root 2x plus 5. So again this is common, root 2x plus 5, root 2x plus 5. Root 2x plus 5 is common, x plus root 2 is equal to 0. From the 0 product rule, root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, root 2x is equal to minus 5. From here, 1x value is minus 5 by comma root 2 or x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus root 2. So the roots of the equation or the solutions of the equation are minus 5 by root 2 comma minus root 2. Even though showing the roots, it doesn't give any hectic process. It's a simple only the thing is you should not get any fear and straight away you have to look whether it is in standard form or not. If it is not in standard form, convert into standard form and proceed to the basic algorithm of procedure. Yeah, who is going to explain the fourth question, guys? Fourth one. Who is going
Sir,
to
for the last question, sir, when we took root 2 as common, sir, so from that 2x became root 2 x how, sir?
So if you feel how I am getting this one, you multiply root 2 in this, you will get this one.
Yes, sir, I got it, sir.
Root 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2 na.
Yes, sir.
5 root 2 can be written as 5 into root 2. So I am taking one root 2 common from the both the things.
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. Next one, guys. Who is going to explain next one? I am making the whole expression without fraction for our comfort. Multiply whole equation with h on both sides. This will be 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is my standard form. Now my product should be 16x square into 1, that is 16x square. My sum should be minus 8x. So what are the possible combinations I can say here? Which numbers will use positive multiplication and negative summation?
Sir, -4 and -4.
So, the possible combination is only one combination. Always you will get only one combination for the to satisfy two condition, that is minus 4x comma minus 4x. So the fourth question already we remodified 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0 can be written as 16x square minus 4x minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is my first group. This is my second group. If I am taking 4x common here, 4x minus 1. If I am taking minus 1 common here, 4x minus 1. If you feel any doubt whether I am taking common properly or not, multiply 4x with this, I will get this expression. If I am multiplying with -1, I have to get this expression. Then it is right. If you are not getting the previous expression, because you are taking the common from this step and you are writing this step. If I am going back, I have to get the previous step. That's the reason. If you are not getting the previous step, then you've done some calculation error. If I'm taking 4x minus 1 common, I will get 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So 4x minus 1 is equal to 0, or 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is x is equal to 1 by 4 or x is equal to 1 by 4. Both the roots are same. Both the roots are same. The solutions of the equation is 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. It is okay. In future you will understand what is the meaning of both the roots are same. Both the solutions are same means there is a meaning geometrically. If I am taking this equation in a graph, suppose if I am taking first equation in a graph, the graphical representation of this quadratic equation is, suppose if I am taking x square, what is the first question? Anyone can read out the first question? X square minus 3x, correct?
minus 10.
Minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the graph of the first question. It's done. No. Sorry guys. To understand this graph, I have to give two parameters. Sorry. Y is equal to, madam, tell me x square
Minus 3x minus 10 is equal to
10. Yeah, this is a graph. You can see the graph. See, this graph is meeting at 2 points of x-axis. Where the graph is meeting 2 points of x-axis means that is the solution of that equation. That's the reason in first question we got -2 is one answer, 5 is another answer. At what values of -2 and 5, my y is 0. Suppose if I am taking this question, what is the question where I got the both the values are same? 16x square, correct?
16x square minus 8 plus 1 is equal to 0.
Minus 8x plus 1 or minus 1 or?
Plus 1, sir.
Plus 1 is equal to 0. See here, if I am looking into this graph, what is happening? This graph is touching the x-axis. The previous graph is touching the, intersecting the x-axis. The previous graph is intersecting the x-axis. See here, this graph is intersecting at 2 points. That's the reason it is having two different solutions. But if it is touching, that means these values are decreasing to this value, again increasing from the same value. That's the reason the solutions of the equation sometimes you will get the same values. That's the meaning of both the solutions are same. Both the solutions are same means the graphical representation of this expression is touching the x-axis. If I am getting two different solutions, it is intersecting the x-axis. If it is not even intersecting or touching, that means there is no solution. That case also you will see in future upcoming exercises. We will see there is no solution case also. The meaning of no solution means there is no x values will exist to complete the to make this equation is 0. That also we will discuss. Yeah. Come back to the fifth question. Anyone can solve the fifth question? 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. Please. What is the product you have to get here? Plus 100 x square. Sum should be minus 20x. So what is the split up? Minus 10x minus 10x. So how you will get 100x square minus 10x minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. This will be, we are taking 10x common, 10x minus 1, we are taking minus 1 common, 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. This will be 10x minus 1 comma into 10x minus 1. So the solution is 10x minus 1 is equal to 0, 10x is equal to plus 1, so x is equal to 1 by 10 or 1 by 10. So the solutions of the given quadratic equation is 1 by 10 comma 1 by 10. Everyone got the same answer? Is everyone got the
Yes,
same
sir.
answer? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
3x square. I'm just trying to give it big numbers, how you will react, how you will think the split up, only for practice purpose. My question is 3x square minus 14x plus 8 is equal to 0. Solve for x using factorization method. Please. What is the product, guys, here? Vaishnavi?
Sir, x is equal to 4 and 2 by 3, sir.
Yes, x is equal to 4 and 2 by 3. Right answer.
Yes, sir, got the same, sir.
I can split this one like this. Guys, am I right? What I am splitting? 3x square minus 12x minus 2x plus 8. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Because the product is 24 and sum is minus 14. If I am taking 3x common, x minus 4, if I am taking minus 2 common, x minus 4. So my factors are x minus 4 into 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x minus 4 is equal to 0. 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 2 by 3. Is everyone got the same answer? Is everyone got the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Same
sir.
answer.
Yeah. I'm moving to the next question. Solve for x using factorization method. X into 2x plus 5 is equal to 25. Solve for x using factorization method. Please, guys. What is the standard form of this equation? Anyone got the standard form of this equation?
The 2x square plus 5x minus 25 equal to 0.
Product is
Minus 50, sir.
sum is
5x.
what combination you will get?
2x square minus 10x plus 5x minus 25 equal to 0.
10x comma 5x or minus 5x.
So minus 10x comma 5x.
Why minus 10x?
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry.
If you're taking minus 10x, my sum will be minus 5x. I have to take plus 10x minus 5x. Guys, are you understanding how I am splitting the middle term? Still anyone having
Yes,
any?
sir.
Guys, everyone. This question is for everyone. Is there anyone having still? How to? Sanyu, Dhruv,
No,
Vaishnavi?
sir.
No, sir.
It's clear now? Only many problems practice. Based on that only you will get the how to split the middle term in different situations. The answer is x is equal to minus 5 or 5 by
5
2.
by 2.
Yes. If you are clear, I will go to the next question.
Clear, sir.
Two x plus 9 is equal to 13 minus x. Solve for x. How will do this question? Solve this one.
Sir, for this, can we square on both the sides and remove the root and do, sir?
Equation compulsory. That is only converting into standard formula. Square on both sides. Then only you can able to do. You can able to form the quadratic equation here. 2x plus 9 is equal to 13 minus x whole square. What is the standard form of the equation you got? Anyone got the standard form?
X square minus 1. X square minus 28 minus 160 is equal to 0.
Right, minus 160, madam. Is it minus 160 or plus 160? Guys, answer from only one field. Not getting answer from multiple persons. I got my answer is 20, 8. Is everyone got the same answer for this
Yes,
question?
sir.
Whenever you are doing this kind, one thing you have to keep in mind. You are doing a square operation here. Check whether why that's here we are saying why both the values were x is equal to 20 or 8. Substitute 20 in the given question, substitute 8 in the given question. If I am substituting 20 in the given question, 2 into 20, 40 plus 9 is equal to 13 minus 20, which is not a true statement. But if I am substituting x is equal to 8, 16 plus 9, that is equal to 13 minus 8, it is equal to 5 is equal to 5. It's a true statement. So here your conclusion answer is x is equal to 20 or 8. For the given question, the correct solution of x is 8 only. Keep in mind, guys, whenever they are not giving straight away quadratic equation under the roots and all the x value will not satisfy the given data. You have to resubstitute the solutions in the given data and you have to check. If we substitute the given data in after squaring, it might okay. So for our comfort to solve what are the possible values, we are squaring. So that's the reason these kind of cases substitute into given question. Here 20, 8 both are not the solution. Only 8 is the correct answer. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Anyone having any doubt in this question? What you have to do a little extra thing? Guys, please respond. Yes or no? What I'm saying? Shall I give one more question like this?
Sir,
Guys?
if you substitute 20 in the standard form, sir.
Standard form is after doing some calculation, it is coming standard form. This is not the given form now. See,
Yes, sir.
the standard form is a combination of square, but the given form is the root. Root is not equal to square. Only for calculation purpose, for solving purpose, I am changing the format. Understand? When I am changing
Yes,
the
sir.
format, I am getting the multiple answers. The multiple answers are not always correct for the given question, particularly under the roots. Because under the root, negative values are not defined. That's the reason you have to recheck again. If it is without roots, only for powers and all, it might be okay. You will get both the answers are correct always. So same way, I'm giving one more question. Solve 2x minus 3 is equals under the root of. Understand, guys? When it comes to particularly under the roots and you are modifying the question, you have to check the answer. That's the reason x is equal to alpha or beta we are writing. Whatever the answer you are getting, 8 either alpha is a solution, either a beta is a solution, both are the solution. Both are possible. At least one answer you will get the possible answer. Please solve this question and let me know using the factorization method. Anyone got the answer? Guys? Two x minus 3 whole square is equals 2x square minus 2x plus 21, 4x square minus 12x plus 9 is equals 2x square minus 2x plus 21. We are taking this whole equation this side. 4x square minus 2x square is 2x square minus 12x plus 2x is minus 10x. 9 minus 21 is minus 4. So if I'm remodifying, x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. If I'm splitting this one, I can split like this. X square minus, the product should be minus 6x and sum should be minus 5x. It is minus 6x plus x, not 2 comma 3. 2 into 3 is 6, but the product, you have to take both are negative. Both are negative means the sum is minus 5, but the product is plus 6 will come. That's the reason minus 6x plus x is the answer. If I'm taking x common, x minus 6. If I'm taking 1 common, x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x plus 1, x minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 1 comma plus 6. Substitute the values. If I am substituting x is equal to minus 1, which will not satisfy the equation, so minus 1 is the rejected value. So if I am substituting x is equal to 6, so the root of the given equation is plus 6. If I am substituting minus 1, what I will get? 2 into minus 1 minus 3. So the answer is minus 5. Minus 5 is root of something. Root of any value will be never negative. Root of any value is never negative. Root of some value is always positive. That's the reason I can say minus 1 is a rejected answer. Only plus 6 is the possible answer for the given question.
Sir, can you say again, sir, why minus 1 not the answer, sir?
You take any root value, man. Is there any root of any number is all any negative value you are getting? You take any number.
No, sir, we won't.
So how it is possible? Root is negative value. Root of 4 means, sorry, root is possible negative. Sorry, root negative value is not possible. If I am taking this question, 2x minus 3 is equals 2x square minus 2x plus 21. If I am substituting x is equal to minus 1, 2 into minus 1 and minus 3 is equal 2 into minus 1 whole square minus 2 into minus 1 plus 21. This will be minus 5. This will be 2 plus 2 plus 21 under the root. So it is coming minus 5 is equal to plus or minus 5, which is not a possible solution. Which is not a possible solution. So minus 1 does not satisfy the given equation. Minus 1 does not satisfy the given equation. So you can say 6 is only the possible answer. Shall I go for one more question, guys? Students, now I am going to take the textbook questions. He is asking solve the problems given in the example 1. Where is the example 1 in example 1? Example 3. There are many questions in example 1. Yeah, he's asking us to solve these questions. So I'm copying. Can you solve these questions? What questions? First, you have to frame the quadratic equation. Anyone can frame the quadratic equation for the first question? Guys, frame the quadratic equation for the first question. John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each. And the product of the number of marbles they have now have the 124. We would like to find the how many marbles they had to start with. So suppose if X is the number of marbles with John, Y is the number of marbles with Jivanti. My x plus y is equal to 45. So my y is equal to 45 minus x. This is one equation. Both of them lost 5 marbles. The meaning of means what? X minus 5 and y minus 5. And the product of the number of marbles, they now have 124. That means x minus 5 into y minus 5 is equal to 124. Substitute the y value is x minus 5 into 45 minus x minus 5 is equal to 124. Solve this equation and let me know what is the x value. Understand guys what I done? Is it clear? It's come. This thing I done from polynomials and pair of linear equations only. They gave the situation. I'm writing that situation into the mathematical format. That's it. Is it clear, guys? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Is it correct? Let's check the textbook where I'm doing the right way. Yes, 40 minus x. Correct. We will get a quadratic equation of x square minus 45x plus 200 is equal to 0. So is equal to 124. Check. X minus 5 into 40 minus x is equal to 124. This will be 40x minus x square minus 200 plus 5x is equal to 124. This will be equal to minus x square plus 45x minus 200 is equal to 124. So solve this equation, let me know what is the final answer. Solve this equation and let me know, first convert it into standard form and let me know what is the final. What is the standard equation you got? I'm taking all these things this side, x square minus 45x plus 200 plus 124 is equal to 0. This is x square minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. What is the split up? What is the split up? Which split up you have to do? Sum should be negative, product should be positive. So both should be negative numbers. 40 into 5, 200. So it should be less than 40, one is more than 5. 35 into 10 is 350. So what number will use the product is 324 here.
So 9 into 36.
9 into 26.
So no, sir, 9 into 36. 36.
9 into 36.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Super. 9 into 36. 324. So this can be written as x square minus 9x minus 36x plus 324 is equal to 0. So if I'm taking x common, x minus 9 minus 36, if I'm taking common, x minus 9 is equal to 0. My x is equal to 9 comma 36. My x value is 9 comma 36. So if x is equal to 9, y is equal to 36. One person is having 9, another person will have 36. Hope you are clear with this question how to solve. Shall I go for the next question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is everyone got the same answer, guys? Vaishnavi? Harita?
Yes, sir.
Still doing? Need
Yes,
some more
sir.
time so I can move to the next question.
Completed, sir.
Go for the next question. ఏమైంది రావట్లేదా లైబ్రరీ తీసుకో Yeah, guys, anyone got the, what is the variable here? Number of toys produced in one day. X toys. Cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy was found to be 55 minus number of toys produced in a day. So the cost of the production in a single day is 750. So that particular day cost of a toy is equal to how much? 55 minus X. So total cost of production on that particular day, 750. That means total cost will be equal to number of toys into cost of the each toy. So toys is X, cost of the each toy is 55 minus X, that will be equal to 750. So 55X minus X square is equal to 750. This will be X square minus 55X plus 750 is 0. How to do this question? 35 into 20 now, X square minus 35X minus 20X plus 750. I can take like this. 35 into 2 is 70. No, it's not right. It's a 55 only, but product is not that 750. What combination you will get here, guys? Where I am getting the same equation. Yes. What kind of combination you will get? Which combination will split the middle term? This product should be 750X square and some should be minus 55X. Guys, anyone got the combination? Harita, Vaishnavi,
Yes, sir, I got, sir. X square minus 25x minus 30x plus 750 is equal to 0.
correct. X into x minus 25. If I am taking minus 30, if I am taking common, x minus 25. So this will be x minus 25 into x minus 30. X is equal to 25 comma 30. What is this meaning, guys? If x is equal to 25 means what? If they produce 25 toys in a day, the cost of the each toy is 30 rupees. If they are producing 30 toys in a single day, the cost of the each toy is 25 rupees. In both the cases, your production is only 750 rupees. Surely. Guys, is it clear? What is this meaning?
Yes, sir.
Can you try the second exercise questions? Rest of the questions, second exercise, rest of the questions, can you try word numericals? Which we already created. The product of two numbers is 182, sum is 27. Consecutive integers, sum whose squares is 365, that is x square plus x plus 1 whole square is 365. Please try. If you are not getting, we will discuss in tomorrow class. Shall I wind up the session? Guys, will you try?
Yes, sir.
We'll meet in next class. Bye everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You-
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.